Welcome to my series of top tips for home movers. I'm Phil Spencer, and today I'm going to be looking at the evil twin of gazumping, gazundering. Gazundering is when a buyer unexpectedly lowers their offer just before contracts are due to be exchanged. It's pretty unethical and highly criticised in the property world, but I'm afraid it does happen. So, as a seller, how can you avoid becoming a victim? While you're here, please do click the alert bell so you can be sure you don't miss the latest advice and news on all things home related. I'll be talking you through all the ways to avoid being gazundered, and one thing that is essential is to have a good legal advisor with you the whole way through. If you don't have a conveyancer in place yet, get that started right away. Click the link below and we'll connect you with our panel of experienced conveyancers so you can choose the right one for you. So, what is gazundering? Let's picture the scene. You've accepted a buyer's offer and you're gearing up to exchange. Just before the sale becomes legally binding, the buyer suddenly lowers their offer. Desperate not to lose the sale completely, perhaps because the chain depends on it, sellers often feel forced to accept that lower price. In some cases, it can be significantly under market value. Sadly, it's more common than you might think, but is it legal? Well, there's nothing to stop a buyer changing their offer before contracts are exchanged. In Scotland, both gazumping and gazundering are much less common, as buyers and sellers enter into a legal agreement as soon as an offer is accepted. But in England, that's just not the case. But gazundering is not always about dirty tactics. Sometimes a buyer might lower their offer after the house survey has uncovered issues about the property that makes them have second thoughts. Sometimes something has gone wrong in the chain. Perhaps the buyer has been gazundered themselves and therefore needs to lower their offer, or they simply can't find a buyer in order to offer what they need to complete on your property. It does happen. A sudden decrease in property values might cause a buyer to challenge the sale price, but sometimes unreasonable home buyers simply try and exploit weaknesses if they know the seller has been struggling to sell or if the property has been on the market for a long time. There are ways to help prevent this happening to you. First, be confident about how much your home is worth by looking at how much similar properties in the area are selling for. If you know the true worth, the true value of your home, you might feel less pressured to accept a lower offer. Equally, make sure you don't overvalue your property. Choosing the right estate agent to seal the deal on a property purchase is key. They'll be able to spot time wasters and provide advice to help you along the way. That's what you're paying them for. The quicker the process moves along, the less time a buyer has to try gazundering tactics. This means keeping the process moving, keeping momentum, making sure your solicitor stays in touch with the buyer's solicitor, building a relationship with the buyer, being honest about any issues, and setting a completion date as early as you can. That all really helps keep people on the straight and narrow. Another tactic for avoiding gazundering is to give the buyer the impression other people are interested in your property. If the buyer then feels like you're relying on them, they may chance their arm and feel that they've got the power position and therefore can try and take advantage of it by lowering their offer. But what if gazundering does happen, or an attempt at gazundering? Well, there is always the option to try and renegotiate the price. Say in the case of an unfavourable survey, you might have to do that. You could agree to meet in the middle or include certain fixtures and fittings within the sale. If you feel the offer is completely unfair and significantly lower than your property's true value, then stick to your guns. It's possible the buyer's just trying their luck, chancing their arm, and would still pay the higher price. In some cases, they won't want to lose the money they've already spent on the sales, survey, solicitors, that kind of thing. It could be a risk, yes, but standing strong and refusing the lower offer might just pay off. And you'd certainly feel better about it in the long run. I'd love to hear your stories of gazundering and how you dealt with it. It's not pleasant. So do let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Good luck.